You about to witness exclusive first look gameplay. I don't think we're actually we're almost first. Either way, there's some backstory before we get into it. I got an email a little while back from two entities that I respect greatly on a personal level. It's Toukara Interactive, who made the banger video game Dorf Romantic, a game that you guys have known, played here on stream and enjoyed quite a bit. And Kurzgesagt, a small little YouTube channel with about 20 million subscribers. These two have joined forces to create Starbirds. And so this is a sponsored stream, and we're going to be checking out this game several times during its time cooking, moving into early access, and finally release. So this will not be the last Starbird you see on the channel, but it will be the first. And if you at any point during this stream feel like you want to check the game out, I highly recommend you clicking the link below. There's going to be a little link to the Steam page where you can wishlist this game so you won't miss when it goes live. Now, as if this was not Pogwars enough, I am also joined today by Spuzie, co-founder and tech art lead at Toukara. Now, if everything works right, I shall be able to summon him here. Hold up. Yeah. Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, everyone. Glad to be here.
Look at that. Now that is how you can do creative business with streaming. I summoned a dude to the live stream. Two people at once. That's amazing. Okay, let's get right into it, because I know people want to see gameplay, and we have an hour here. So I want to make sure we showcase as much of the game as possible. Before we start, Sui, is it fair to say the way I'd like to present, to elevate, what's it called, elevator pitch this game, is to call it a sort of game where the coziness of Dorf Romantic meets the tinkering of automation games like Satisfactory. Is that fair to say?
That's a very good pitch, yes. I would say so too.
Neat. Are there any sort of like caveats you want to say to the viewers before we jump in? Because this is an early build we're going to see here today, right?
Yes, very good point. Exactly. I would say, keep in mind, we are still working on this. This is very early. I would say it's an alpha preview in a way. But today we'll try to give you a first sneak peek into what core gameplay awaits you in the game and give you some sort of an outlook of what other stuff will come later. And then, yeah, let's go from there, I guess. Awesome.
I'm going to jump into the level 2 tutorial is what we discussed, yeah? That would be a good starting point. And chat. Toukara Interactive is in the chat. It's an official account that's going to be answering questions like, for instance, which platforms will this be on? I think exclusively PC to start, right? Initially. And questions like that will be answered. So feel free to drop them all in the chat, and we'll get to some of them, and Toukara Interactive in the chat will get to some of them. Let's begin. Now, before I do, I want to make sure I share the screen with you as well. Oh, we might get a little bit of pause here as I bring up the stream to you. Hold up. There, and then let's make sure it's not that, and then that setting there, and then there, and there, and Swinglish, and we're back. Can you see gameplay?
Yes, perfect.
Oh my god. I am a professional streamer. So initially, there's a little bit of story. There will be story in this game, correct?
Yes, correct. There will be a campaign which kind of guides you through everything that will happen to the birds. You are taking care of a colony of spacefaring birds, and you will help them advance their technology and journey from star system to star system.
And of course, if you're a fan of Kurzgesagt, right about now is where you'll go, oh, I recognize these characters. Because these are the birds that you see in the videos. Yeah. Now, I've done a little bit of gameplay myself. Sorry, go ahead.
Just wanted to say we will have real cutscenes made by Kurzgesagt to kind of set the mood and always give you some more insight into what's happening.
Right, so fans of the YouTube channel will be familiar with what you experience there. Now, with the limited gameplay that I've done, I've come to understand that it's all about farming asteroids in this game. Is that correct?
Yes, mining resources from asteroids and then creating new products from them and building a production network.
Yeah. Right. And Akane-chan in my chat says, this looks very cute. And that is the first thing that struck me as well. You can definitely see the Dwarf romantic vibes coming in. I'm gonna hide the UI for a sec. Here's a little thing. Here's a little asteroid. It looks like a heart. And these nodes are where I can place my extractor, I think, or is that what it's called?
That's the launch pad. Every asteroid needs some sort of an output to actually deliver resources from it back to the main station.
Lovely.
And you can place these on the big craters. But there's also a lot of other stuff we will look at.
Yeah, for instance, this rover that you can control and pick up goodies. Let's see, how far can I... Oh yeah, that's what it's all about. Now, the sound effects gives me a lot of Dwarf romantic vibes as well. This is definitely nice. Feels like familiar turf, which I like. We have some quests up to the left. I need to find this strange relic. So I'll select that quest. And then... I think I need to start gathering things.
Yeah, so I'd say we could show the basics of the gameplay. We can just show how you actually mine the resources. And then I would say we will go on the lookout for the strange object, which should be somewhere on one of the asteroids in this system. I'm
also down to just ride around with a rover like this for 1 hour. I could totally do that, but that'll be a bit unexciting. So on this asteroid, we have silicon and we have water, indicated by these little nodes here. That's water. I think I want a bit of both. So I'm going to place an extractor on silicon and then one on water. And then I need to connect it.
Correct.
Perfect. Oh, the min-maxer in me can't have that. Let's do a straight little connection instead. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's correct. So you connect everything up with these pipes, and then the resource flow can start. All of the launch pads can, if you hover over the rocket for a second, you will see that it has 4 slots available until it shoots off the rocket. So it makes sense to connect more pipes to a launch pad if you want to be playing as in a sort of an optimized way, but of course you don't need to do this. And you can also upgrade buildings. So right now the extractors mine their resources in a certain speed.
Right.
But if you click on the small flap in the below the menu on the right, in the bottom right of the screen, exactly, you can actually upgrade the buildings to make them a bit faster and
that will cost me
faster.
5 triangle avocados.
Exactly, the triangle avocados are the tech points.
Right.
Which you usually use to unlock new things, or, for example, send probes to additional asteroids, or sometimes even to pay for buildings. But we will get to that later.
All right, I'm not extremely proud of what I just built, but this is now connected to 4 nodes, 2 water and 2 silicon, so that's fairly effective, I hope.
Yep.
And should give us some resources, and hopefully we can do some quests that allows us to spend those resources in order to earn more avocados or tech points.
Yes. Yeah. So the main goal is, or not that necessarily the main goal, but one of the goals is to always supply the main station in the system where your birds are actually living with enough resources. That's the big thing in the middle there.
This is the home station,
Exactly. And always when you deliver resources from a launch pad, they will as a standard setting, they will deliver everything to the main station.
Right.
And you can see the small rockets going towards the main station from the output where you connected your resource extractors. And the main station always has the possibility to add more modules to it. Right now,
I didn't know that.
Visually, nothing will change at the moment, but we are still working on that part. But the quests are already there. So if you accept this gold or yellow medallion to the left, that's the finished quest.
Yep.
And now you would have added another module to the station. And as you can see, the station level in the top left, it's the small thing, right? It now has a 1 beside it. So this always counts the station level. So the more resources you deliver and the more modules you add, your station will kind of evolve
Nice.
technologically.
I'm gonna pick new quests. These are perfect for us. It's like the game knows.
Yeah, and then we have additional quests which just give you some more flexibility. For example, some tech points or just some coins. And then we have different sorts of quests that give you an idea of what to do next.
Right.
They kind of.
And I think you can
always
prioritize the
choose.
quests by moving them like this, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
Okay, let's enter the next asteroid. There's water and gold
Yep.
here.
Yep.
Oh my god, this looks like a... I don't know, it looks edible, man. I wouldn't mind taking a little chunk of it.
Yeah.
Alright, there we are. Oh, and I get to do the rover
Alright.
part again.
Yep.
And
So as you see, sometimes some small goodies spawn on the asteroids, which you
Yeah.
can collect with the rover. He will also have some other functionalities which are not yet in this build, but that's one of the core things you do with him, collect some additional stuff.
right. And this thing
And,
is the quest that we were looking for. This is like the strange
Exactly.
object that we found now.
Yep, that's correct.
Quickly complete some quests
And-
here.
Yep,
Pick up some new ones. Should we do that? And then let's see what we do here. We're about to... there's a new strange object quest. Very good. Aya Capital is plug pipes directly into the strange object and supply it with resources. Right, so now we got to give some resources,
exactly. So
And
now
it's
we introduce a new
quartz.
concept,
right?
and the strange object wants to have quartz as one of the different resources it kind of requests from you. And if you click on the quartz in this pop-up menu, exactly, we will see that there's another menu. That's the wiki. It kind of always gives you an overview over different recipes to create different products from different resources. And in this case, we need to research the crafting recipe. So if you click on the research button in the wiki,
10 avocado
exactly,
for that.
10 avocados.
I will pay it gladly. I have 63.
Nice.
Beautiful.
And so now that quest is slowly already being fulfilled.
Yep.
It asks for water and silicon, and as we already placed according extractors on a different asteroid, that's really practical for us because the quest will be finished soon. And then if you claim it, exactly, you get the new building, which is the chemical lab.
Nice! Jumper says, oh my god, a Kurzgesagt game, no way, space potats all the way. That is right.
Yeah, nice.
That
That's
is
correct.
right. Okay, let's see. I now want to place this down pretty close to this object then, probably.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter if it's far away or nearby, because the moment the first resource arrives, the flow is constant after it. So, but
Okay.
it really is up to you how you place it.
Right, so now we can talk about aesthetics. Where would it look
Yeah,
good?
right.
Maybe kind of up here on the nose.
Nice.
I love how responsive it is when you sort of scroll around. It really goes where I want to go in a 3D space. That's kind of nice.
That makes me very glad. It took a while to kind of get this 3-dimensional gameplay, or not 3-dimensional, this 360-degree gameplay on the asteroids to really work well.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Lots of iteration for us.
Okay, so
But
now we
we
need to
are quite
supply the
happy
chemical
with
lab
it.
with 2 resources. It was water and silicon.
Yes. Before it would help if you connect the chemical lab to the strange object. At least that's what... Exactly, perfect.
There it is.
And now we can focus on delivering the resources to the chemical lab.
Need water and silicon. Let's connect an extractor on water with the chemical lab. Nice. We have water right next to it. That'll be useful.
Yep.
And we're there. And there's no silicon on the asteroid, so we need to get it from another asteroid. Well, luckily, we have one over here. Now we just need to find a way to send it over here. Let's see. To receive a rocket, we need a receiver. That makes sense. Here it is. That costs us 10 avocados. A bargain, chat. A bargain. I'm going to pick up a quest in the meantime as well. Let's get some more avocados. Because we're going to spend some avocados. Okay, this is being researched.
Yes.
Caramel
also
says,
in
I
the
love how
quest.
this guy is really professional and is explaining a lot, and then there's Spuzie being silly. I think it's a nice kind of balance.
No, I think you already got the hang of it very, very well. So it's very fascinating to see how quickly you understand all the concepts. That's really cool to see.
Let's see where we
yeah,
place.
Meanwhile, the receiver quest is already finished, so you can actually claim it.
All yours.
And now you will have a receiver as an additional building.
Oh, and it has
you
to be
can
placed on
place
those
it-
little things. Okay.
Exactly. Correct.
I'll put it next
so
to
yeah,
it.
again, this concept of the big craters as input and output nodes in a way.
Right.
So, for example, as the asteroids are procedurally generated, but very tuned to what we need, of course,
Right.
it's really helpful. Sometimes you might find an asteroid that has lots of big craters, which is super practical because you can use it as sort of a logistics hub to deliver stuff to many different places, right? Or to create some sort of a mega factory which has lots of receivers, so it gets lots of different resources from asteroids.
Right.
So yeah, that's lots of fine detail in this generation of the asteroids.
So now I'm connecting the silicon from this asteroid to the receiver over here.
Yeah.
So now...
So similar controls as for the pipes on the asteroids in a way. We want to have everything very intuitive and you can kind of...
just drag and drop, yeah.
Move and drag and drop, exactly, yeah.
There's new things to pick up with the rover. Pause everything you're doing.
They spawn over time.
Love it.
And always give you some sort of a bonus.
The more I get to do
I mean,
this,
sometimes you wait.
the happier I am.
Nice.
Look at him. He's going to go to town over there, and then we're going to go here and see what we're doing. Okay, so it's being received. Now I need to connect it to the thing, right?
Exactly, yes.
Okay. Let's just do a straight line. Nothing fancy.
Yes. Yeah, sure, that works. And now you can see that the chemical lab starts its work. In some of the packages, you have also some additional water, which I think the other asteroid also delivers.
Mm-hmm.
So you could go over there and kind of split up the extractors you have on there into 2 different launch pads, for example. We could do that.
Oh, on the first asteroid, you
The
mean?
chemical, yeah, exactly.
Ooh, okay.
So if you place a new launch pad,
Yeah.
you could kind of clean up the resource flow if you want. It's not necessary, but it's still...
But the min-maxer in me likes the idea.
Exactly, I thought so.
Okay, so we have 2 silicon, 2 water. I'll just send... I'll just send 1 silicon this way then.
You can actually... Yeah, either you deconstruct the pipes, but you can also reconnect them if you click on the end and then pull from it. It should...
Ooh, okay,
mouse.
okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then it turns a bit longer though, if you want that.
True.
Okay, so 1 water, 1 silicon. Well, I do only want to send silicon, so I guess I'll take this one. Maybe I'll find another node. There's another one here. We just place it here.
Yeah, sure, that works too.
Perfect. Go to the star map and then...
Yeah. Here it's important to drag this one back to the main station. The one you're not using for the asteroid, exactly.
There.
Yep.
And then this
Perfect.
new one
Because,
over here.
Yes, nice.
I see.
Perfect.
So I can already tell that by the end of this, depending on kind of like what game mode you're playing, because I assume there'll be like story and maybe some free free game modes, you'll end up with like a little system where you go like, I built this. It feels good.
That's the idea.
Yeah. Which is kind of the same I got from Dorf as well, where it's like, oh,
Nice.
I built this. Feels nice.
Cool. Yeah, that's definitely something we want to achieve, and we want to have players fear when they finish a system and they've built a really cool network of production facilities and asteroids and everything, that they can take a step back. You're proud of yourself. You will get some sort of a grade for it too. So each star system,
nice, perfect.
at
Yeah.
each level, we have some sort of a rating in the end.
Yeah.
And then you move on to a different system with your birds,
Right.
which is usually always embedded into a interesting or maybe even mysterious cutscene.
Nice. Rofke asks, will there be any sort of infinite play in the game?
At the moment, we are still working a lot on balancing, but we have a sort of an infinite level we are working on. I'm always hesitant to say fully infinite, but let's say there's a much more free and complex mode where you can kind of end up in the end.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay, so now it needs 3 more resources. I already connected gold, but it also needs oxygen, which I can craft, which is great, chat. In case you're, dying, you can just craft some oxygen. Requires the refiner. Okay, this is pretty self-explanatory. I see the refiner there. I'm gonna prop it down. That's the official term, right? Prop it down.
Plop it down.
Yep.
Definitely.
And then it needs a bit of... It's just water.
It's just water.
Easy peasy. And then it goes in there afterwards.
Yes, correct.
Oh my
and
God.
Now it will transform water into oxygen. The transformer actually will have more different crafting recipes in a way in the future.
Yeah.
In this level, we kind of limited everything a bit more to explain the concepts, right?
Right.
But later, the buildings have different uses.
I already feel like if I was sitting with a cup of nice tea an evening, playing this little thing, I would probably already like remove some of these pipes and rebuild it so it looked nicer,
Nice. I totally get it. You should see the builds we have in the dev team. Some of these are super clean and really, really nice and well laid out.
Yeah.
And some are like spaghetti, right? So it's really, really cool to see all the different play types being possible.
Now, are you a spaghetti gamer? Or are you a clean production line gamer?
I would say it's like 50-50 in my case.
Nice. Okay, got it. So is it fair to say that I need to discover another asteroid in order to find the, what's it called? What am I looking for?
Uranium.
Uranium.
Yep.
Okay,
that's correct.
I will probe this asteroid here.
Yep.
There we go. Okay, it looks a bit like a heart, deformed. I like it. I'm gonna live over here.
Nice.
And there's some uranium right there. There's also some there. Very nice. But first things first, I ride my rover.
Sure. Gotta collect that stuff.
Gotta get it. Are there multiplayer plans for the future?
No, actually, this game will be single player. But as we're planning to do an early access release, we are very open to feedback, and we're really looking forward to it. But no multiplayer. We're a small indie team, so we need to be really careful with our resources.
Right.
So multiplayer is a bit too much to bite off.
So talk to me a bit about the sort of initial pipeline you got right now for release and early access and whatnot.
Yes. So we are working on this game already for quite some time. We started shortly after we finished work on Dorfomantic, and we got to know Kurzgesagt at Gamescom here in Germany.
Nice.
We had a really cool meetup at our booth back then, and this kind of started the relationship in a way. And at some point we thought about, would we like to tackle new platforms with Dorfomantic? Or do we want to do something new? And so we decided to focus on something new to get the creative juices flowing again. And luckily, Kurzgesagt at that time was also searching for partners to team up with and create a first game together. And so, the puzzle pieces really fell into place, and we created a few prototypes for different game ideas and ultimately decided on a space mining game. And this then became Starbirds. And we are in the alpha and testing phase. We are starting with polishing. The game will... Well, I actually can't tell you too much about the direct plans, but you should definitely check out Triple I, the big showcase next week. I think it's the 10th of April.
Cool.
There will be some big news about Starbirds.
Awesome.
And you can definitely expect an early access release this year. So that's kind of the timeline I can share at the moment.
Nice. And the best thing to do would be to wishlist the game right on Steam in order to not miss any news, of course. And that will be linked below the stream chat. And Plantybot also pasted a little message there. But you can also just Google Starbirds, I'm sure, and find your way there. I think I did it.
Very, very cool.
I almost did it.
You're nearly, you're nearly there.
Just going to collect some more avocados here real quick.
Yep.
And then maybe a little upgrade to the thing. And here we go. 44. Nice. Oh, look, it's flowing. Yes.
Yeah, nearly there.
And 49 and 50.
Nice.
And that's sort of the main objective of this tutorial.
Small disclaimer here. Later, if you click on this, there will be some sort of a pop-up. Right now, this is not yet integrated, and the level still goes on a bit, so we could continue. What really would be the next step is the victory quest, the one with the yellow icon.
Ooh, I'm almost there. If this is it.
You're almost there. And then we will move on to the next level, which would be tutorial 3, I think. In the later early access version, we will have a cutscene in between.
Right.
These are usually followed by a very short dialogue sequence where you get some more insights into the goings on. Mm-hmm. And we have these in the game already, but they're still a work in progress. So we will have a short cutscene with 2 birds, and then we will hop into the next level. So yeah, that's the outlook for now.
Awesome. Last of Starmaker says, man, for an alpha build, this already looks super clean. Music is amazing, the animation is smooth. It's exciting to see. There you go.
Cool.
Awesome to hear. I think
that makes me very glad.
I'm glad you're glad. That's I think people that are familiar with your previous work in Dorf will be. I can say who played that game that you get the right vibe when you jump in here. I think it's a good idea to maybe jump to the next level. What do you think?
Sure, we can do that. No worries.
So I press escape, probably main menu, start a new one.
Yep. Yes. Then we can take level 3 exactly.
Level 3. All right, what a strange little rock. How about we call it Stranglet? Excellent notion, Yoke. His name is Yoke?
Yes, Yoke is she actually, I think.
Her name is Yoke?
She's the small rover pilot, actually.
Okay, but, it's kind of like naming your daughter Womb.
Yeah, I get that.
A little suggestion.
That's the quirky Kurzgesagt humor, I guess.
Like it.
The game is definitely oozing it in every part.
Nice.
But we are very happy about it. It's a very enriching collaboration. I can definitely say that. Yeah.
Lovely.
Very, very cool. We're big fans, and so it was a really, really cool. How do I put it? Lacking one word. It was a cool opportunity to go and start this collaboration together. Very nice.
This is my daughter Moderkaka. Keep it to English, Sabibo. Keep it to English. Let's see. We need to find the Strangelet.
Yes.
Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah, it's a Strangelet, but yeah, you're close.
Strangelet.
I won't get into many details about what that actually means.
That sounds good.
We will
keep it spoiler free.
Exactly.
Okay, we need to construct a laser and some mirrors. Click on the research items in the quest to find out how to produce them. Okay, I need a laser. I need uranium, glass, and optics factory. That costs 10 avocados. That's a bargain.
Yeah. But you definitely need to keep your avocados in check.
Yeah.
Because we need to research some more stuff in this level.
Right.
So the idea here is the thing we saw before in the level 2 with the chemical lab that was like a tier 2 resource, right? We used 2 resources to create something else from it, or we transformed one resource into something else.
Right.
And here we are introducing the concept of even more chaining of different processes, right?
Right.
So here we need to have a product that is even further down the line,
Right.
so to speak.
Sure.
And so we also need some more buildings and everything. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and enter an asteroid with uranium. That seems like a good idea to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, my favorite bit about the game. Where's my rover? We'll go. What is that? That's tech points. Oh, it's money, basically. I'm picking up money here.
Yes, yes.
Love
Sometimes money,
it.
sometimes tech points, but there are also other plans. Yeah, we will probably see that in a later build.
Love it. So let's see if we can... Oh, you can scroll and rotate these.
Oh, right. I think I should have told you before. You can definitely rotate the
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Make it look exactly like you want it. Does it matter? Like, if I place it here, is it less effective than if I place it here?
No. No. The green hologram, in a way, kind of tells you that's a good spot to get enough of the resource. But of course, if it's red, you can't place it down.
Right. So there's that. What do we got over here? Silicon? I want some of that. Let's get 2 silicons as well. It's going to be a longer tube. Let's make this look real nice next to it like this. Oh, yeah. And then... Oh, and then I can pause it. Just... Oh, yeah. This is very responsive.
Yeah.
I like it.
Nice. Makes me very happy.
So you can definitely create this the way you want it.
It's one of the more complex parts of the game to...
I can imagine, yeah.
This pipe drawing to really feel intuitive, and yeah, it's really... It was a long way.
Yeah.
Let's put it like that.
Yeah, I can imagine. I don't know anything about...
I mean, it's... At the moment, you can't cross them, right? I don't know if you tried it already to cross the pipes. I think there's still some fiddliness and bugginess there. So it's definitely one of the big things you want to get right?
Right.
And this resource flow and the way the pipes work, we definitely have some other cool stuff in mind, which is also not yet in this playable build, but yeah, there's
got it. Nice.
It's really cool to see someone play it and say that it feels intuitive. I'm really happy.
I can imagine, yeah. Spending a lot of time making it work and then hearing that.
Yes.
Can I see beforehand what's on there? This one has some question marks. This one has a bit of that.
These are the asteroids that are not too far away, but still a bit further away from the main station, so you only get a limited information of what is on there. It's usually you see one of the resources they have, and if you have claimed one beside them, you can also send the discovery probe and claim them.
Right.
Yeah, and this system map, as you already see, it's a bit bigger compared to the levels before.
Right.
We definitely have some more wiggle room there. We can make them a bit bigger, smaller. It's something we are still balancing and working on. But we also need to, test to see at what point does it get too complex and you lose the oversight of what actually happens, right? So really want to tune the game to make it a cool automation experience, but with a cozy vibe. So it's something you can unwind with and doesn't really get too stressful at all. That's the idea, at least.
Can I move the extractor after I placed it?
No, but you can pick it up and it's back in your inventory. So if you've bought it, it won't...
Yeah, it says one there. Okay.
Right? You can just replace it. Exactly,
Nice. I mean, it's got to be 4 of these magnesium probes here. Straight to the bank with that.
Yes.
Connected.
Much more efficient this way.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, can't cross it there.
Yep.
Okay, I don't want that there. I want it here then.
Yeah.
Up there. Yes. Exactly. We're going to complete some quests. Very nice. Considering the game in collaboration with Kurzgesagt, would it also have educational elements in it? I recently found out Sedna is a dwarf planet on our solar system and thought it was interesting. Space education?
So, that's a very good point. We, of course, thought about that for a while, and we discussed it a lot with Kurzgesagt. And they see themselves as a curiosity-sparking channel entity. And of course, we all love that about them. And we thought about having some educational elements in the game, but we, or at least I guess you know it from Dorfromantik, we are a mechanics and gameplay fun focused game developer first in a way. So for us, we really decided that the game should be fun first and foremost, and we, at least I think so, we found a really cool way to still keep things interesting if you are into that stuff of learning or at least understanding some things of our universe. So most of the processes which you see here are at least plausible, and also how things work on the asteroids and everything. We try to keep it close to reality. I mean, of course, it's birds in space. It's not supposed to be totally real, of course, but we try to have everything close to how real-world processes actually work.
Yeah.
So that definitely informed lots of the design and the systems. But in general, we really want to have a game that helps people to unwind, and we don't want to push or force educational content on our players, right? So that was the decision in the end. I hope that's a satisfying answer. I don't know.
I mean, it's always got to be. People look for different things in video games and can never cater to everybody, right? So as long as you have a clear vision, I think that's the best way to go. Actually, I think I want a bit of water here. 3 waters, 1 magnesium. We got that. And so I'm looking here. I think that what I need to find is glass. And for that I need quartz. And I don't have quartz. So I guess I should run around the universe a bit and find it, right?
Yes, you should try to craft quartz with a chemical lab, similar to what we did on the asteroid.
That's how you get that. Right, exactly. I need a chem lab.
Yeah.
Get my chem flip on. Let's see. Where's the best place to do that? It's probably one that has one other resource. Let's pick this asteroid here. We're gonna get a little chem lab going.
Sometimes we also get lucky, and maybe you will find an asteroid that has silicon and water on it. That
right.
would be very
and then you're
practical.
happy.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'll need a retriever here.
Yeah. The receiver.
Receiver, sorry, yeah. Research lab, that's not it. Extractor. I don't see it.
There's a recommendation for
I found
you
it
right now.
Okay.
You are a bit coin starved at the moment.
I'm low on eggs.
You could you're low on eggs. You could upgrade a few of the extractors to make them a bit quicker.
Ooh.
So you will gain back money a bit quicker.
I like that. I'm gonna pick you.
So there's definitely room to optimize and make your production network more efficient.
Yeah, depending on which upgrades you pick and where you want to spend your resources and all that.
Yeah, we really wanted to accommodate players who usually are min-maxers and want to optimize their stuff, that they can actually do it and really, in a way, be quick in how they create things and still have their fun with it. But also, we really want to allow players who usually maybe don't even play automation games or always found the genre a bit too complex maybe or a bit overwhelming, for them to kind of have a way to hop in with an easy start and then learn from there and maybe find explore this genre as something they would like to play later.
Right. This goes so much faster now, the one that's upgraded. Yeah, I've never gotten around to playing those type of games, and I always felt it a bit of a shame because I think I'd really enjoy them. I don't think it was because of complexity or anything like that. It's just that I'd never gotten around to it. But having this as a little easy to get into type of version, I think would be really cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Are the maps always randomly generated, asks Max in the chat?
To an extent, yes. So the asteroids themselves and the maps are I would say it's some sort of a tuned procedural generation. We have, of course, lots of different parameters and things we need in a certain level. So many of the factors are kind of balanced out with what we want. But in general, everything is possibly generated. So we have different layouts, we have different types of asteroids, different shapes, different crater placements and everything. And the later levels, so right now, keep in mind this is basically the tutorial still, but we need this to really get everyone to understand the mechanics and to get into the game. The later levels will also have different styles, so there will be different things you uncover or different things to meet.
Right.
Yeah, I can't say too much.
Keep it secret. Man, I'm already making some crunchy choices here, I feel. Like, do I want to keep sending these to the base, or do I want to create 2 new ones?
See.
What's the best idea here, etc. I need to... Either way, I need to create 1 more of these, but that seems like a bit of a waste of cash maybe right now. Maybe I'll just connect these. Wait, how many do I have here? I only have 2. Okay, here's what we do. For now, we do this. This is going to be a bit redundant. I'm going to rover around like this. Rover on the river. I'm going to collect all of these.
Nice.
And then we go here. I've got the little production line set up. Let's see. Oh yeah, I need to pick this. And then we... Getting right over here.
Nice.
Oh damn, look at the speed on that guy. Oh, look.
Cool.
He's speeding. Love it. All right, let's see how it turns out now. Is it going to produce what I want? The chem lab is producing quartz.
Nice.
I'm doing
So
it,
now
Mom.
you could... yeah, so you could decide on if you want to deliver the quartz into that launch pad, or if you open another, like a transport line in a way, or a transport route back to the asteroid where you want to have it.
Where do I want to have it?
You can actually also upgrade launch pads, just saying.
Ooh, let's have a look. Does it mean they sort of like suck in materials faster? Or do they...
If you hover over if you upgrade it,
Yeah.
and then hover over the rocket, you will see a nice surprise.
The rocket here? Or here?
The rocket on the launch pad itself.
Ooh.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mubs,
So that's really,
as we say in
that's
Swedish.
Really cool. It's something we're not yet leaning in a lot in the levels which we are playtesting here. But in the later levels, which we are building and balancing, it's really, really cool to kind of optimize the flow, right? And if you upgrade the launch pads, you can transport more resources. So everything kind of gets more efficient, speeds up, and so on.
Very nice. Okay, that's neat. I got another question here from Fossilberry in the chat. How long does an average level take to beat for you? An hour, 2, 10? What kind of range we're talking?
Yeah, it's a range. That's correct. It's a bit hard for us to say for each level. At the moment, the early levels, usually players need to get into the game, right, and need to understand the mechanics and everything. So it usually takes a bit longer. But we are planning on, let's say, half an hour until, I guess it will be possible to also play for 3 or 4 hours in a level, and the game will have several levels. So you can already kind of extrapolate the playtime will be good, and you will also have lots of replayability. That's something which is very important to us and really in line also in how we designed Dorfomantic, for example.
Yeah. Nice. And it'll be possible to kind of dip out and save your progress and just dip back in, I assume.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay, so I got glass going.
Saving should actually work, so you could save if you want. But I guess it's not necessary at the moment. But
No, I'm on fire here, man. We're not leaving.
Nice. Cool.
Okay, so I'm doing glass. This is great. I did the quest. I get an optics factory, which I assume I can use to create a laser.
Yes.
Very nice. For that, I need uranium and glass. Damn, I'm doing it all on this little asteroid here.
Yeah, sometimes it happens that you have one of the super, super small ones.
Yeah.
And they get super cramped with lots of different stuff. And it's just awesome because I don't know, it just feels really, really cool to kind of use this super small space efficiently and yeah, I don't know, it just feels cool.
But you could also easily just solve this by sending it over to a bigger asteroid, right? If you prefer, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Just
we have one in our team. He usually has one asteroid that is kind of this logistics hub where he really sends everything away from or kind of reroutes things. And one of them is then more of a factory type of asteroid. Another one kind of transforms resources into something else and so on. So you can really have different styles of how you actually solve the requested things.
Okay, you know what? This looks like it requires electricity.
That's correct.
I'm gonna do
the next thing I wanted to tackle with you, but that's really cool that you already.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and send my stuff over to some more real estate.
Yeah, cool.
This is where I'm gonna live. So I'll need. See, optics factory will make mirrors and lasers in no time. Energy. I'm excited to see. Let's research a solar panel. Yes, baby. It's this one right here, no? 10 avocados. I'm mega rich.
Yeah, you're actually quite well set up right now.
I think so
that's
too.
Really cool.
Looks like easy squeezy money for me. Let's see, researching. And this is just going to take time.
No, this is also another quest in the bottom.
Oh, yeah. I push it up here, and then I need to create 10 quartz.
As you're already creating quartz, it shouldn't be a problem, right? So, yeah.
And in the meantime, I want to make sure I send over the quartz and, no, the mirrors. The glass needs to go here. So I need a receiver here.
Yeah.
But first I need to rover. Everyone stop what they're doing. I'm a rovering. Very nice. Okay. Receiver coming in. Boom. Connect it there. Neat burrito. And then we go here. And then we have a little look-see-loo. What are we sending? What are we shipping? Okay, so I don't think I want to ship everything, though. That means that I have to take this, unplug it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to create another sender thingy. What is it called?
It's the launch pad. It's in the right. The launch station.
Oh, there.
The rocket one. Yeah.
Plop that there. And then we go back like this and then plug. Oh, that's really satisfying. I like it. Then rover a bit. Pause while I rover. Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Okay, yeah. No, he's being creative. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's making donuts, man. Very good. Okay, so the glass is being sent separately. That means that I can take it from here. And then I can just... Yeah!
Nice.
Oh, baby, we gaming. And then it should be arriving here, I think.
Yeah. It will probably take some time. Oh, there, the resources already.
I'm not getting any quartz, man.
Flowing.
We need to fix it. Where's my quartz? Oh. Did I ruin it?
Oh, I think that was a...
That was a mistake. That was a mistake. That's not good. Oh, it's a little bug. Okay.
You can actually... if you delete the launch pad that is kind of not working right now, I think
that would be this one? I think.
Not sure. Maybe.
Let's have a look.
Could be, yeah. If you hover over it, the asteroid should kind of... Oh yeah, genau. Okay.
Yeah, it's got to be that one, no?
Yeah. Right.
So this one. And then I remove it and build it again.
Yes.
Okay.
I think you will lose the upgrade though, but that's not a big deal.
That's fine. I upgrade again.
Oh, nice.
Money ain't no thing. We got it. Okay, so what was I trying to solve here? I need to send quartz.
I think you need to reconnect the the extractors too.
Oh,
because
smart.
if you deleted the the connection gets lost.
Let's see, where is it? Is it this one? Is it that one?
This one.
This one? Oh, that's going from there.
Yeah. No, it's if you go into the if you go into the asteroid, it's this one. Yeah, exactly.
There.
Right. Yeah, and then you also need to enter the asteroid again and reconnect the extractors, so the mining drills, right? Because yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. Sorry if I wasn't clear about this.
Don't mind doing that again. Perfect. Feels good.
Yes.
All right, let's make sure we're getting quartz to the main base. Are we getting quartz to the main base? Where is my quartz being produced? It is being produced here, I think, after the chemical lab. Yes.
Yeah.
It's getting shipped to the refinery.
Exactly. If you go down into the building menu and you click on the cube or the package.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we took that out for now. So the idea is that we will have some buildings that also allow you to reroute.
Oh,
stuff,
nice.
Right? So, for example, you can have an output of a chemical lab, and then you could at some point maybe split this into 2 different.
And then flip a
pathways.
switch.
Exactly. Yeah. But as you now already produced the glass for the optics factory, you could also plug this one into the This could also
this one
work
here
for now to get the quartz.
There we go. Solved it.
And this should kind of solve the quest, and then you get the solar panels.
Then we can make some energy happening.
Sometimes you need to kind of rework the network a bit to get to what you want, and then you can kind of reconnect everything again afterwards.
I can already tell it's going to turn into a juicy puzzle.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I like that you can solve it in. You can kind of decide if you want to min-max solve it, or if you just kind of want to plop things down. And I feel like that's the same vibe I got from Dwarf back when I played it, which is really nice. It's kind of a special vibe, which I really enjoyed about the game, you know.
Awesome.
I played it with my girlfriend on stream, actually, and I was
cool.
kind of nice to see how we both kind of tackled that game in different ways, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, we're almost there.
It's always fascinating for us too. I mean, we're trying to create this environment for you, right? But then to actually see that it really works out and different players can really find their way of how they want to experience the game, that's always very, very rewarding for us.
Right. Okay, sunny area. Does that change, or is it always sunny on this part of the asteroid?
The asteroids always have this one part that looks towards the sun.
Nice.
They won't, like, if you turn them, you're kind of rotating the camera around them in a way. So the setup you build will always be this way.
Nice.
But it's possible that we will play with this a bit in later levels, but I won't
Got it.
tell too much about it. Yeah.
Okay, so it's got its power. It needs...
Yeah.
What's she here?
Something else.
Let's find out. It needs... Well, that's for mirrors. Is mirrors what I want to do, or do I want to do
I think
laser
the
first?
Right?
It needs uranium.
Uranium, yeah.
Which I have here.
Yeah.
I can just mine it here. Zit. Glass coming in from the other asteroid. This one going to town. I'm going to upgrade this factory because I feel like it. Don't really know what that did, but hopefully it was good.
I guess it will be a bit quicker. So if you see in the bottom right, it has a small loading bar. It says 3 seconds right now. If you would upgrade it, it would probably be quicker.
Nice.
Maybe 2 seconds or something like this.
Nice. So now I need to send this. Also, this is standing still.
Yes.
That's not good. It needs to be sent.
I think it's connected to an asteroid next to it, which doesn't really have an input yet, so you can just reconnect it to the main station.
There, very good, very good, very good. Oh, that's why we haven't been having any things happening there. Okay.
I think so.
So now that's being sent. There's 4 connected to it. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this so we can have 6 there, and I'm going to connect this here. Nice. Looks good to me. And then it's time to rover, baby.
Nice. Oh, and I think as you solved the solar panel quest, which we need the quartz for, we plugged it out of the what was it? The transformer, I think, that made the glass from quartz, right?
Yes.
So you can reconnect the chemical lab to the transformer.
Oh yeah, if I want to keep producing that.
Get back the glass. Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Beautiful. Okay. Cool. Now we need to start thinking about a mirror. Glass, light alloy, and a mirror. Aluminium. We need to find aluminium. We don't have an asteroid with that, so I'm gonna go exploring here. Let's see. Let's have a look at the wiki. We're looking for a triangle. Okay. Let's just hit a question mark and see if we're lucky. 5 avocado. Oh, I could already see that it was not there, right?
Yeah. If you send the discovery probe, it kind of unveils
nice
one additional resource that you can find on the asteroid. And some of them have only 2 resources, some have 3. There might be even more. Yeah, this one has aluminum, so this should work.
Beautiful. Here we go, and I need to find the right outlet. Iron. Okay, so these bright things. That's a good spot right there. We're gonna go to town on it here. Oh no, I'm out of egg! I hate being out of egg. IRL and in-game.
Oh yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Seems to be a theme at the moment, right?
Yeah, need to do more egg quests. Hold up. Here's an egg quest here. Very good. Working it. It's already getting a little complex here. We're only on tutorial 3.
Yeah.
Love
yeah,
it.
That's right. The game really scales up from here, and we are very excited to see how people will kind of react to it later, right? We are still trying to give sneak peeks that don't show too much, of course, especially when it comes to the campaign and the story, because of course we want players to experience this for them. And so yeah, it's really interesting for us to navigate through this in a way. Yeah.
So I can tell I need a new little crucible crafting thingy.
Yep.
Oh, and the music is just the right vibe as well. Immaculate.
Nice. Cool.
The
music is created by Epic Mountain, and they are the partners for many years already for the Kurzgesagt channel. So it's the real
perfect
Kurzgesagt handwriting in a way.
Yeah, it'll be the real deal, if you will.
Yes, exactly.
I'm gonna move this up. Focus a bit on that. Pipe Hub, that sounds cool as well. Getting some Mario Galaxy vibes too. Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Is it the Kurzgesagt bird? Yes, Savage Serenity. It definitely is. Birds in plural, even.
Correct. Yeah, we have a whole crew of birds that kind of accompany you through the game, through the campaign, and you'll see them here in the quests sometimes, and also in the cutscenes and the dialogue situations. And of course, as you've seen here, they sometimes comment what you do, and so on. Yeah.
I resonate with this guy, not only because of him feeling a bit dazed, but he's an alchemist, ja visst. Okay, we got the crucible. It looks like a teapot.
Exactly.
Perfect. Oh, it needs energy as well.
In this case, this building is only works on the small craters. So here you have 2 spots on this asteroid to place it. And
I mean, that's a beautiful building.
It's a great one. Yeah.
That's exactly how I wanted to look.
When we designed it, we were very amused.
And you were like, that's it, a teapot.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we want.
Yeah. I don't know if it already shows, but in general, many of the buildings are actually inspired, at least their shape language in a way, by some kitchen appliances because we find them looking really funny and cool. And so yeah, we have lots of different things that inspire us, of course. But
feels on brand with sort of like the universe as well. I feel like that kind of fits it all. Okay, let's have a little look again here. I need to check the recipe. Glass needs to come in. Alloy is what we're creating here, so I need silicon. Is there silicon on this asteroid? I don't think so. No.
I think not, but you definitely have aluminum, which you also need.
Yes, which is good. I will create this in here, and then I need a receiver, which I don't have money for. Need to get more egg. There. Plop it in, and I'm gonna connect it straight away. And then there. And then I'm looking for silicon. I think I'll take it from this asteroid here. How is this looking? Well, it's looking very roverable. That's for sure. Let's see what we get. There. Okay, I think I can send this.
It's a good candidate, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Man. Chat, you have no idea what it's like having a Deb sitting with you, praising your gameplay as you go. Oof. It butters my ego, let me tell you. So,
but you're really quick, and it's really fascinating to watch. Definitely. Yeah, it's very cool.
I'll take the compliment, sir. Thank you very much. Now, which asteroid was this? There.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think so. Yeah.
So now it's being sent into the teapot. The teapot is working. I'm gonna upgrade it. Why not? Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, here we go. And then we need to send this as well. So we'll just send it with this to the main station. So we have our light alloy. Excellent.
Yeah.
Now we need to see... Oh, this needs to be in the optics factory, so I need to send this back.
You could separate it again and...
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna remove this. And then we're gonna go... Oh, okay. We got a bit of an issue.
Yeah, this is a... That's a bug.
All right, we got a second bug. Is all good. I do this.
Yeah, you could. Exactly. Yeah,
and we find our way around like that.
Nice. Yeah.
Plop. So, in theory, you should be able to cross the things, or no?
So we had different things we tried, and crossing the pipes kind of took away a lot of the actual layouting, right?
I can imagine, yeah.
We
see
felt like that it's a bit more fun to actually think of how to create this flow of resources and how to build the network.
Yeah.
What we can imagine, I can't really say if we end up with it ultimately, but what we can imagine is having some sort of an additional building at some point that allows you to cross pipes at a certain place, right?
Right.
I think that would be very fun to actually optimize the pipe layout at some point when you are able to build this bridge or something like this, right? So yeah, that's something we're still working on.
Very neat indeed. I wanted to redo the thing, but I think I did the wrong thing here. Let's see there, because I think it bugged out again. Let me see. Disconnected here. Hold up. Plop.
Yes.
I think I got it. And then this one. Which one was this again? This needs to go in here, right?
Exactly. It brings the light alloy, which you
right.
Which you need.
So now we should be good there. And now I need to send this. That's a receiver. This needs to be sent here, I think. God.
Possible?
It needs to go...
I think it needs to go to a different asteroid, I think, because you need the one with the optics factory, if I'm correct.
Yes, you're right. And that's here, right? Yes.
Maybe.
The little microscope there.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so let's see. It's this one goes... Well, I don't have a receiver that's free. Okay, I will build another one. Worry not. Where's the microscope? There. Oh, perfect position. Connected.
Oh,
hold up.
Interesting.
I am cooking.
I think you can't plug in something else because right now there's still
it's filled.
something else plugged in, right? If you plug out the other receiver,
This one.
I think you should be able. Yeah, I think you should be able to.
There it is.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, and then I need to take this and ship it here. Now let's see. Go to the quest. Glass needs to be received as well. Am I receiving glass? No.
I think glass came in with the other receiver on this asteroid. But
So it's not that one. It's this one here.
I think this one had glass. Right now it has ash in it. So
Oh, ash.
I think maybe we disconnected something else somewhere. And for example, if you put things into the crucible that not necessarily are part of a recipe,
Right.
you would get ash as a waste resource.
I see, yeah.
But of course, sometimes you need these to actually use in a different process.
Got
So all of the different production processes really merge and are connected in a way. Yeah.
Nice. I'm sorry to say that it's 6 p.m. and my time being on dad duty is coming to a close. But I kind of hate it because I wanted to complete this mission.
Nice.
Oh, damn.
Good to know.
Chat, this has been a first look at Starbirds. I think you should all go and wishlist the game. You can find the link below the stream and in the chat. So it was an absolute pleasure to have you here. I think we'll see you again further down the line. It's not impossible, at least, that you'll be on stream later.
I would be happy to come back.
Because as I started the stream saying, chat, I am gonna be checking out the game as it cooks. And before we close here, you said that there were some things to look out for. Do you want to repeat that so the audience don't miss it?
Yes, definitely. So the next big date to look out for will be the III showcase, which will happen on the 10th of April. It will be a big show that shows many different trailers and other things for many different indie games, and we are very lucky to be part of it. And we will have a big announcement regarding Starbirds there. So if you're interested, definitely check it out. And of course, if you find this interesting, follow us or check out the Steam page. Wishlist the game. It always helps us out a lot to gain more visibility there. Or you can also join our Discord, ask questions, and check out the devlogs and stuff. So
Discord is a great
Discord
is a great thing. Let me paste that in the chat. What is it? Is it Starbirds?
Yes, I think Franzi in the chat will post the link.
Post the link to Kala Interactive in the chat. Well, thank you. This was an excellent first look. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. I'm very excited. And thank you for being on.
Thank you so much for having us. Have a great evening. See you soon.
See you later.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Ciao.
And I desummoned him. Can you imagine the power I possess? Thank you so much for watching and take care.